Good morning. It is Friday the 16th of June. It is 6:45. Yeah, it's a quarter to 7 and I'm like packing my suitcases and getting ready to go to Inverness today. I'm so sad to be leaving everybody, especially Veronica. We've had so much fun, but I've just got a couple things to pack up and then I need to get a shower. Hello again, everybody. I feel like I always need to have some hair there. I have to say, in the country of Inverness, it is so beautiful, like amazingly beautiful. Like, I'm going to walk the Culloden battlefield because it's only like under a K away, or a bit over a K and a half, and that should get my steps up anyway. So I will probably vlog when I get there. Alright, see you later. Bye. This is actually so cute. So I'm getting really close to Culloden battlefield. I just want to take a second to show you how gorgeous this is. It's actually so amazing being here. It's just so beautiful. So I'm almost at the battlefield. I swear people are just looking at me like, what are you doing? See, people are just driving past like, the vlogging live now. The vlogging live now. I just think, you know, it's so hard when you got no camera equipment or anything to film a proper vlog. I'm like literally just doing this all off my iPhone and editing it on my Mac, and I'm hoping it comes out good. It's just really hard to create something that is meaningful and that you really love. So I'm hoping this is good. I'm quite excited to understand a bit more of Scottish history and how so many stages in history impacted the Battle of Culloden. I know a little bit about it from shows and documentaries and reading a little bit about it at the museum. But I think that it would be good to actually physically and practically see and feel what went on and how it came about, and like the grounds and things like that, how the victory went to the English instead of the Scottish rebellion, the Jacobite rebellion. So that'll be really interesting to see, but I'm not actually quite sure where I'm going, so hopefully I don't get lost. I'll catch back in. I'll catch up with you, or check back in with you, whatever, when I am finished. Bye. There we go. Culloden battlefield. House. This is just one of the buildings. That's actually so interesting. Like, this is how they lived back in like the 1600s, or was it 15 something? I bet it was 15 something. There's a monument over there, like a little mound. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, over there. So I'm gonna go head over there before my battery runs out. You can see here all the tombstones. Clan Macintosh, Clan McLovin. That's back over there. There's the McDonald clan are buried over there, as were the English soldiers. Mixed clans. It's sad they don't even know, you know, specific clans. You know? The Battle of Culloden was fought on this moor, 16th of April 1746. The graves of the gallant Highlanders who fought for Scotland and Prince Charles are marked by names of their clans. Oh. So it's basically just this monument for this moor. How sad. So it wasn't the 1600s, it was the 1700s, 1746 it says. It was definitely not what I expected it to be or to look like. So definitely another day I'll come back and I'll do the proper walk, because it is a long walk. There is the Culloden, the battle walk, and then there is the memorial walk. So I'll definitely do the battle walk. Hey, so it is 11:10 p.m. and I have to whisper because there's the Margaret's sleeping in the next room. So it is 11:10 p.m. I just got back from my walk. I started at 9:15. So I went out for quite a long time. I went to the moors again, and I literally walked around like the whole of the moors and read all the signs and everything. I watched probably an episode or two of Poldark. I'm obsessed and I need to catch up because everyone here is Poldark crazy. And yeah, then I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm fairly tired. So I'm here at Loch Ness, and it is actually so beautiful. It's so big, and like the countryside is so beautiful. Like as you can see behind me, it's so beautiful, and it's actually such a big, massive. So it's really big. But you know what? I'd love to just take a boat out on the lake. Behind there. There's no sea behind me.
That sounds good.
Glen Ord.
1838.
Wow.
These are the original buildings, these bits.
Clan Mackenzie. Their motto, I shall not burn.
A little bit about
whisking and nosing.
So we're at the Glen Ord Whiskey Distillery. We just did a tour. You're not allowed to film in there. All these cool bottles of whiskey. It's amazing. That's cool there. This morning I have been able to sleep in a little bit more. It is about it's 11:15, and yeah, so I'm sleeping in a little bit, and then I'm gonna start getting ready at 12, and we're gonna go to, I think, Kodie Castle. Man, I cooked a really good dinner last night, so I think for breakfast I'm gonna get up and have the rest of the leftover sweet potato and the chicken and the Brussels sprouts and all that. So I'm so annoyed I didn't vlog the me making it or anything. I was just trying to get it ready. And also we went to I should probably put you up here. And also we went to the Glenore distillery yesterday. Yeah, it was so amazing. It made me think about whiskey so much differently, and the process that goes into it. It's ridiculous. So I wish I could have vlogged it, but you're not allowed cameras in there for H&S safety reasons. So what we did is we went to the distillery, and it was out in Ord. It was really nice. Everyone was lovely in there. As soon as you got to the distillery, you could smell the sweet smell of whiskey. It was so nice. She took us to a section of the floor where she talked about malting and how the barley gets put through a malting stage, and some whiskies they're peated and some whiskies aren't. So the peated is more of a smoky whiskey. And then we went into the copper stills, and it shows how they go through, like the first still, and like all the alcohol gets sent up, and it goes to something like 90% alcohol, but obviously it's brought down to 25%, and then when it's in the cask, it kind of each year it's in the cask, it goes up. And she said that she said something really interesting actually. She said that the casks were they use either bourbon casks, and they use sherry casks, which are the red oak. And the red oak gives it more of like that reddy, orangey look to the whiskey after it's done its time in the cask. And the bourbon cask, which is the white oak, gives it more of like a yellowy look. So that's a big difference when you go into stores and you can see. And also this distillery was a single malt blend, so it was only one malt blend, because otherwise she said there was a one called John something, and it's just got a whole different lot of blends of whiskies in it. It's got a couple of blends of whiskey in there. So they've only got a single malt blend, and I can tell you it was amazing. It was actually amazing. And then she talked about the casks, if they need repair, they'll go back to a cooperage and things like that. And another thing also that she said was really interesting is when people make bourbon whiskey, the white oak casks are only used once, because you can only use the cask once for bourbon whiskey, and then they get sent obviously to the Glenore and different distilleries around the world basically, and then they can use them for their whiskey. But I thought that was so interesting, like they can't be used twice for bourbon, so that was interesting. And then obviously the sherry ones they're a lot harder to find. They're £800 to buy, whereas the bourbon casks are only £80 to buy. So there's a massive big difference, and there's less sherry casks out there. And so the lady was like, oh, so basically everyone has to drink more sherry so we can get some more. And we got to taste it, and what you do is you swirl it around a little bit, you close off one nostril, and people were laughing at this, but this is what you have to do. And you kind of smell it with your mouth closed and through your nose, and then you smell it with both your nose and your mouth, and you kind of get that aroma, that scent, it's beautiful. It's art. It's actually pure art. So that was just beautiful. And yes, we got a dram. They call them drams here, not shots. We got a dram of whiskey, and it was amazing. And she said, however long the whiskey has been in the cask for, so they have the number of years on the bottle. So I think this one we drank was a 12-year whiskey. You have to hold it in your mouth for 12 seconds, and boy does that make the world of difference. It makes such a world of difference because all the flavors get to sink into your mouth and on your tongue, and your taste buds just absorb all the different flavors. It's actually amazing. Like, it's such an amazing process, and to finally get to the end and say we've made a really good bottle of whiskey, that is just amazing. So we had that, and just the tiniest, and then she said adding the tiniest bit of water just opens the flavor. I'm about to go get some breakfast, and I should probably drink my greens powder, but I really don't feel like it this morning. So yeah, I'm gonna go drink some water, eat my food, watch Ashley Bud's Raw, and then get ready. I'll talk to you later.